We go back to the Florida high school football ranks, and at running back, Chris Wheatley-Humphrey.
The word here is speed. I mean, this is a kid who had over 1,100 yards on 17 a carry in 7 games. I mean, he is. I'm pretty sure that before he was at South Broward, he was at Dillard 2 years ago. I swear this is the same kid because they had the 2 running backs at the time. Chris Johnson, who signed with Miami, and then this year, and I think it was Johnson and Wheatley both 2 years ago, which is, like a track relay team, like that Deerfield Beach team years ago that had like Denard Robinson, Adrian Whitty, Cassius McDowell, and Dante Dotson on it. They just had elite speed after elite speed after elite speed. But this is a kid who is just, lightning in a bottle. If you're talking about the speed, we're talking about speed like Jalen Knighton or faster. This is a kid who can score anytime he touches the ball from anywhere on the field. And if you watch his huddle highlights, South Broward's not great. South Broward will never be really great at football. South Broward's never really been great. They've had a couple players here and there and everything, but they're not like a powerhouse. Even after all this time that I've been here in South Florida and have gotten, familiar with and accustomed to the landscape. But this is a kid who just watch the huddle, bro. He's one cut and go. He dances a little bit from time to time, but he knows when he puts that foot in the ground and gets vertical up the field, it's out of there. Like, he is gone. So, if you're talking about having that home run threat, you can put him back there to return kicks, punts, in the offense. If obviously from the spring game, we want to run some horizontal things like those touch passes and those jet sweeps and out of to get people moving and find a crease and get up the field and things like that. But Chris Wheatley-Humphrey is an electric speedster. Just speed on top of speed on top of speed. I think that this is a really great take. I think that, Miami is probably going to look at 2 running backs in this class, but you'd be hard pressed to find. He's not the biggest guy in the world. He can run inside. He does run inside, and he's not always find the sideline and go. He will cut it up between the tackles. If you have a stretch play or something, if you're running inside zone, he'll be in there. Outside zone, he'll cut it back, towards the inside, if the defenders try to jump outside and things like that. But regardless of where he goes with the ball, he's one of the fastest, if not the fastest kid on the field.
If you thought you heard Kevin Hart, you actually did. I was trying to pull up the statistics on Max Preps, but I got an earful of Kevin Hart, as you all did as well, so couldn't go to that window. But what we cannot show you graphically, as Cam basically outlined, 70 carries, 1,166 yards. For you stats geeks that are into like interesting, strange, odd statistics, you don't see those 2 numbers together. Plus 1,000 yards, minus 100 carries. Those just don't go together. And we're talking about only 70 carries, 16.7 yards per carry, 167 yards per game, 6 touchdowns, make that 8 touchdowns, and 11 on his career after 62 carries at 7 yards a clip the previous year as a sophomore.
Bang. So, 11 yards as a sophomore, 17 as a junior. And again, if you watch the huddle, and again, you can go to stateoftheu.com because I've written welcome to the U pieces for all of these guys. Just go scroll down towards the bottom where I say, to get a better look at the player that Mike is getting here, please look at the huddle highlights, which are embedded right there. All you got to do is go to the State of the U and then click the video. You don't even got to go anywhere else. I do the work for you. You're welcome. But just watch a play, 2 plays, 3 plays, 4. I don't really care. But you're going to see, even when other fast South Florida kids have the angle on Wheatley-Humphrey, they don't. That's the kind of speed we're talking about.